What's the deal, my people? You know this is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one, and this one is the Talismans. Why do they work? What exactly are they? Why do they keep these creatures from entering the house? I'm going to explain these things to you in this video. Not only will I do that, but I'm also going to explain why these creatures don't go out during the day. What up to my thugs, nerds, freaks, and geeks? You're now rocking with the best of Don Tony Teflon. If you can, please subscribe and click that bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video. As always, 500 is the like goal. If this video hits 500 likes, I will give a subscriber who leaves a comment on this video 1 month of EPIX TV for free, so you can watch this show and all the great shows that come on EPIX. Now, this video is because I have heard a lot of things in my comment section from the last video I dropped, and the last video was proof what they are, what you missed. And I talked about exactly what I believe, or all the clues to tell you exactly what these creatures truly were. And I'm not going to go into details about that video. Please check that video out. The link will be in the description of this video and in the cards at the end of the video if you want to know exactly why I came up with this theory and why I believe it's 100% true. But in that video, I also heard people try to say that because these talismans were what they were, and because these creatures did not go outside during the night, it was impossible for this theory to be true. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why those statements are false. First, let's deal with the one of them going outside during the daytime. Why don't these creatures go out during the day? So dealing why these creatures do not come out in the daytime. First off, I do believe they do come out in the daytime. I just don't think they come out in the form that we see them come out at night. At nighttime, we see them come out dressed as humans or looking human-like until they come out in their true form when they're about to attack somebody and eat them. But up until that time, we see them in a different form, the human form. And I think that that's exactly the same thing that they're doing when it comes down to day, because I think that they are the crows in the daytime that we see flying around all the time. I think they are in crow form. And there's a reason why I believe that they have to be in this form, and I'm going to talk about it right now. If we look at the movie War of the Worlds as an example as to what's going on here, I think we can come up easily with this answer. In the movie War of the Worlds, if you did not see it, mankind was losing a tremendous battle to an alien race. In fact, the alien race were destroying the humans. The humans had no technology that could match what the aliens had come up with. And for that reason, the humans just could not compete or fight against these aliens. And it was inevitable that the aliens would conquer all the humans and then take over the earth itself. But in the end of that movie, all the aliens started to die. Why? It had nothing to do with some new technology that the humans came up with to repel these aliens. It had nothing to do with the humans itself. In fact, it had to do with the planet. The aliens just were not able to adapt to the bacteria on the planet. And eventually, the bacteria that we survived in all the time, our bodies were used to, started killing this alien race off. The aliens could not deal with the bacteria. And I do believe it's a situation going on like that with this show. It's not about the technology that we see here. The aliens, when we see them in their regular form, I think it clearly says exactly why these aliens do not come outside in their regular form during the daylight hours, because they look like bald-headed, very pale white creatures, right? and we see them looking like this, I don't think that they can take the sun. I think the sun would damage their bodies when they're in this form. When we see them as the regular humans, I don't believe that's exactly what they are. I think that's a form of a glamour. This a covering that they truly don't look like that. Somehow they're able to masquerade in this form. So despite whatever technological advantages they may have over these people, they can't deal with the planet itself, the solar system itself. They have no way to deal with the sun, which would probably kill them. So that is why they cannot go outside in that form during the daylight. Now, since I've addressed what I feel about that, let me now address exactly what these talismans are. When we look up what a talisman actually is, the definition says a talisman is any object ascribed with religious or magical powers intended to protect, heal, or harm individuals for whom they are made. Talismans are often portable objects carried on someone in a variety of ways, but can also be installed permanently in architecture. And I think the last part is what they're doing when they hang these up on their walls. Now, they say in the show when they first got there, the first settlers of this place, and they got there, that they didn't have talismans, that they had to hide all the time from these creatures. And it wasn't until they got these talismans when they didn't have to hide during the nighttime. They were able to stay in their houses peacefully just by hanging these at the door. And that does not allow these creatures to enter the house, therefore keeping them safe all these years. They also say that they have no idea where these talismans came from. They have no idea how they got them. They just luckily stumbled upon them. Now, we're dealing with human beings here who are dealing with the element that they don't know. So obviously they're going to connect it to a religious event. We've seen the father trying to do this earlier when he held Sarah captive, saying that this could be the next book in the Bible that's going on here. So it's easy to see exactly why they would call these things that they're hanging on their doors talismans, for lack of a better term. So people claim that talismans have magical properties, but magic is nothing but science that has been undiscovered yet. Science that you cannot explain. And what they can explain is why these talismans keep the people that try to take them at night at bay. But what is this truly? It looks like a rock. But if we look at what rocks truly are, they're nothing more than an ore. We have no idea if this ore is from this planet, if it's from a different planet. We have no idea what it truly is made out of. We don't even know if it truly is a rock. There could be technology embedded in this rock-looking item that keeps them from entering the houses when they're hung up. I also think in the next upcoming episodes, we will see someone with one hanging around their neck, and these creatures will not be able to harm them with this hanging around the neck, showing that it's just not the house or the RV that keeps them away. It's some type of barrier that protects them from these creatures. Now, if we zoom in on this talisman, we can see what these markings clearly look like. Now, if we look at this, we can see that maybe in the middle that this glyph could look like some type of person that's directly in the middle of this thing. But if we turn this thing on its side and then zoom and enhance, we can see what the other ones look like. I think from this shot, we can clearly see that on top right there, that looks like a picture of a sun. And below it looks like the setting of the sun or the moon. And right in the middle, what looked like one individual is now, if we look at the middle, it looks like it's an A. And what does the A stand for? Well, I told you in the other video. Not only that, it also looks like two individuals. One on the top with his arms raised, and one on the bottom with his arms raised. So I think that this clearly denotes what I'm telling you in the beginning, that these creatures cannot be out during the sun because it's the sun itself that harms their skin because they are too pale, pasty white, no melanin in that skin. They cannot deal with the sun rays. And that is the reason why they do not come outside during the daytime. And it also may mean that there could be either two sets of creatures, because we see two individuals, or that's depicting the humans and these creatures. That's what I think about the day and night thing, and I've also explained to you what the talisman actually is. I do think that it's a form of technology that is disguised as a rock. But you tell me in the comment section, and please help a brother out by putting that thumbs up so that YouTube will spread this throughout their system. It takes those thumbs up in order for that to happen. So please help a brother out and join me on the live stream so that you can leave your comments of exactly how you feel and what you think is going on in this show. I want to hear from you. Join me on the live stream so that you can voice your opinion. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this video, spread it across the realm, and as always, subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.